For on a scale of 1 to Peeve, there's definitely like an even keel across the board here. What has been your biggest pet peeve since your cancer diagnosis?
The one that sticks out the most is when people kind of learn that you've survived cancer and that you've kind of endured this terrible treatment and diagnosis, and they expect you to be kind of enlightened or somehow changed in some really fundamental and powerful way. And while I do kind of credit my experience with having shaped kind of who I am, I think that expectation of it or this, I don't know, this idea that everyone has that they, that's kind of out there about cancer survivorship, that you kind of come out of it having survived with this renewed outlook, that kind of irks me a little bit.
Pet peeve?
Pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve through this has been the term, Carolyn, you're so lucky. Like, cancer has been such a gift, right? Cancer's a gift. And first of all, cancer is not a gift. It's not something that I would ever gift to anyone.
Is there an exchange policy?
I know, exactly. But what I learned afterwards was that, as tough as it is for us, it's also tough for the people around us. I believe, and I'd like to believe, that everyone's intention is good. It could be, a situation of ignorance or them not knowing. There's so many different moving parts with all of this that it's so hard to know if you're doing the right thing.
I was recently at a dinner housewarming party, and during treatment I never ended up losing all my hair. It was really, really thinned out, and I did have bald spots. But I had a few people just say, oh, you didn't really lose that much hair. And they weren't with me the entire journey, and I did. You weren't in the shower with me when I had clumps of hair coming out. And I don't know, those were just kind of a few pet peeves that continue to kind of be brought up, but at the same time, you just gotta let it go,
Biggest pet peeve?
Just the positivity. So two of the things I would hear is you look good. It's almost dismissive of how you're feeling. I think chronic pain, or all of us in general, we develop coping strategies where we don't show really how we're feeling inside, physically. And so that gets tough. And then just based off that, it's whenever I used to have or even now have a stressful situation or an exam or something, and then they would be but you went through cancer, so why are you stressing about this? So then it kind of invalidates my feelings, and I felt guilty about having those feelings. They're trying to be encouraging, but it's more you're being dismissed.
Because you think of it, the one thing I don't know if you guys have before, but I've had it a couple times, is people go, Thomas, you don't look like a cancer survivor.
Oh, yes,
what does a cancer survivor look like?
Yeah.
So just the ignorance, and other people that aren't survivors, that don't know what we go through.
I feel a lot of people feel the need to lecture me about health because I'm a cancer survivor, and I really don't like that. One of the biggest pet peeves I have is people making comments about what I choose to eat. When I was on chemo, I couldn't eat anything. I could just look at food and wish I could eat it. I spent most of my hospital time watching the Food Network, so I swore to myself that when I finished, I was not going to restrict myself from anything, and I still don't to this day. So it really, really grinds my gears when I'll go to a restaurant and someone will be like, are you sure you should be eating that? You sure you want to get something a little healthier? I'm like, no, I don't want to get something healthier, okay?